So we've all seen the new Apple Watch series hardware, and for the last at least week, I've been using watchOS 3 on my original Apple Watch. One thing has become perfectly clear to me since the release of the new Apple Watches and the new software. The original Apple Watch was clearly a beta product. So why do I think that? I think there's two components to that. Obviously software and then hardware. So software, watchOS 3, when you use it, it's not perfect, but it's finally starting to make sense. So better multitasking. You click the sidebar button, that initiates multitasking, and you can see a slew of applications that you'd want to jump into. It makes so much more sense than the previous solution of having to go to see all of your applications and then scroll around and click the one that you actually want to open. One big thing in terms of replying to messages, I think that the Apple Watch really is a device for communication and seeing notifications. watchOS 3 improves the ability that you have to respond to these notifications in significant ways. So first of all, it makes it faster to reply. So instead of having to click reply when you see a message, the reply functions, either the presets, which you can scroll down for, or the new scribble feature, which allows you to actually use your finger to spell out messages, is right there and accessible. You get rid of that reply click that speeds everything up, especially on a device that's kind of slow to start with. I want to just emphasize the scribble feature one more time. This is incredibly useful. Again, at first you think, why would I want to drag my finger around the screen to spell out text messages? Well, it turns out that when you have an Apple Watch, sometimes the presets don't respond directly to the message that you've received, but you don't want to take your phone out and you're not in a situation where you want to start speaking into your watch. Sometimes you can send out a couple quick words or even a sentence or two just by walking down the street and responding with your finger. It's very easy, it doesn't look weird, and it's very quick. In terms of sending out, speaking to the device, it seems to me, and I'm not 100% sure about this, but anecdotally, to me, it seems like it's a lot more predictable and efficient and does a better job of capturing what I'm actually saying and sending it. One downside, of course, and that leads into the hardware, is that I've noticed lag with using watchOS 3. So when I see a message, it almost always kind of stutters when it's first coming up, and then it fully opens. That's a problem. Now, so it seems like software-wise, watchOS 3 is where we should have been on day one, and it was a big mistake to not do that. Hardware-wise, it's very clear that Apple realizes that the hardware that was in the original Apple Watch is not up to par. Why is that? Well, it's because they released Series 1 and Series 2 this year. Series 1 is essentially the same Apple Watch that they shipped last year with a dual-core processor. What does that mean? Well, it means instead of just selling the original Apple Watch at a lower cost, they decided, hey, this doesn't make sense. We need to put a faster processor in it. That's like Apple releasing the iPhone 6 and having the 5S at a lower price point, but putting a faster processor in it. They didn't do that. Why? Because the old generation was good enough to be a low price point. In this view, Apple said the old generation is not good enough. It's not fast enough, it's not powerful enough to really be usable, and therefore we're going to upgrade even the entry-level low-cost option. You see the Series 2, it has a brighter screen. Again, that's going to the fact that the original Apple Watch wasn't ready for prime time, in the sense if I'm walking down the street on a sunny day, I can't really see what's going on my watch. That kind of defeats the whole purpose, right? You're outside a decent part of the day. If it's sunny you can't see, that seems ridiculous. So overall, I really like the Apple Watch. I've reviewed it twice. I've given you my feedback after year. I use mine every single day. But I have noticed issues with the hardware being up to snuff. And after using watchOS 3, I realized that this is the version that's starting to make a lot of sense. And the fact that it was not available on launch day and instead is the third iteration is concerning. So what do you guys think? Is the Apple Watch original, was that a beta product? I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments section below. If you liked this video, I'd love to see you subscribe so you get all the latest content right on your YouTube homepage. Thanks for watching.